Hello, and welcome to another edition of the Thought-Provoking Show. I'm your host, Mike. I must apologize for my neighbor. He's been doing his lawn today, and I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I surely can hear the noise. And I can't do this video later on because I'll be visiting my new baby nephew. That's right, my sister-in-law and my brother-in-law had their first baby, who was born on July 3rd at 4:54 p.m. He's 8 pounds, 6 ounces, and 20 inches. It's going to be a tall guy. It's going to be so tall that major colleges will be recruiting him. And then he's going to get his PhD, and then he's going to become the President of the United States. Look at that. Not even a week old yet, and I got all these expectations of him. Mom and Dad are doing great. So is the baby, whose lungs had some water in, but that's been clearing out, so we're all happy about that. Anyway, in today's topic, I want to get into, and it's not going to be about creationism and evolution like in the previous program there. I'm going to let that fester a bit before I continue on that subject. Generally, I like to talk about other things and not just one particular subject. Anyway, today's topic, it has to deal with the oil crisis. I know many of you think the oil companies are manipulating the oil prices, that they're setting a price, and that if they would basically, sell the oil a lot cheaper, we'd all be better off. However, it's not that simple, and the oil companies do not have that sort of manipulation on the prices. They do have an effect on price when they tighten supply, or if they increase supply, then there is an effect, but there ain't no setting of price. It just doesn't happen that way. There are other elements and other variables which affect the price of oil, one of which is the dollar. Now, I bet you most of you never thought about the dollar affecting oil prices. But if you look 3 years ago, the value of the dollar to the Canadian dollar, for example, was 66 cents. Today, it's almost even, which tells you the bad shape the dollar is in now. Oil prices are based on dollars. If the value of the dollar goes down, the price of oil automatically goes up, no matter how much production or how much drilling there's going on. That affects the price of oil. I do agree we need more drilling, definitely. Even finding significant wells have an impact on oil prices. For example, back in 2005, they found the biggest, oil find in U.S. history. They estimate about 800,000 barrels a day max for this find, and it won't be online until 2012. Well, the find itself at that particular time dropped prices. I think it went down to like $62 a barrel, and then it went even lower to like 58 before it started going up again. So yes, when they find oil, especially significant finds, even though it's not online, it still has an effect on the price. So we definitely need more oil exploration, as well as changing the policy on the dollar, making it more valuable, which will lower prices too. The third thing is building another refinery. Now, I know Democrats and Republicans always talked about this early on in the Bush administration, but disagreed on the drilling. Nothing got done. But we certainly need another oil refinery, because the ones that we have sometimes break down. That might be due to a hurricane, for example. Like Hurricane Katrina took out an oil refinery. Some just break down because of the usage. So we definitely need another refinery, which we haven't built in 30-some years. This will help with the supply, and also will help reduce the oil prices. It won't necessarily in itself make it real cheap, but it'll have an impact. The second thing is the global demand. It's no longer just the U.S. demand, but there's the global demand. Even if the United States reduces its demand by, let's say, 10%, and globally the demand goes up 30%, that's a 20% increase in demand. even though the United States is reducing its demand. So it's no longer just one country like the United States. It's global now. So it takes a global effort to bring down oil prices in that capacity. Alright, it looks like it's almost time for me to go to see the baby. I hope you all enjoyed this program. I know some of you gave me a hard time in the first program. It was my first. What do you expect, you know? Anyway, you all have a good day. We'll talk to you later. Bye.